Hey guys, J-Games here again. This movie, what if Bardcok went Super Saiyan first? That was kind of a mouthy title for the app I was using. I kind of fixed it up a bit in like Adobe Express, but yeah. Now, what's gonna happen? We're gonna use that Bardcok filler episode with him beating the shit out of Frieza's grandfather. So in that one, let's say this happens like probably a decade before Planet Vegeta is destroyed. We can assume Bardcok's like in his 30s, maybe, probably even his 50s at maximum. When Goku, like, you can assume probably like, this Saiyan's having a really youthful appearance. I'd assume they can have kids with no difficulty, even women, up until they're like 60s or 70s. Because they stay young until they're not fit for combat. Like, Paragus could be in his 80s or 90s for all we know, and he just got gray hair. So, yeah, like, Goku at this point is like 43 physically. Not physically, like, chronologically, he should be 43. If you don't count the time chamber, you should be like, counting the time chamber, I'm pretty sure he's 43. So, and Goku looks really good for 43. So, yeah. Then we have characters like, let's say, King Vegeta. King Vegeta is a king. He has experience ruling. We can probably put him in his 50s. And assume Bardock's that same age. Bardock at the minimum, when Goku's sent away, would probably be about mid-40s to early 50s. So, yeah. And Raditz like 34, so, yeah. Bardock would probably be like in his 60s. He's at least 30 years older than Raditz. So, yeah. But still, Bardock in this one, we'll say when Goku's sent away, he's like late 40s. We'll go that when he sends Goku away. So, yeah. Now, Bardock would go on, and let's say in his 20s, Frieza's grandfather mysteriously dies. No one knows how. He was on a mission with these Saiyans. Not on a mission, but he was supervising one, because this was a new group on a new galaxy. Frieza's grandfather is very much more thorough, and decided to go with them. And eventually, because of this, we basically have Frieza's grandfather being very discriminatory and very racist, a lot more than his grandson is. And with this, Bardcok had basically had his entire squad wiped out on this new planet in a new galaxy beside himself. You guys know that like PNG or like picture of like Bardcok sitting on a rock eating a giant chunk of meat? We're there right now. This Bardcok looks a lot more traumatized. Looks a lot more angry. Losing an entire squad of good Saiyans, his grandfather isn't making any better. In fact, he feels hateful. He's like Goku if Goku was holding back his rage. When Frieza's grandfather starts going all out on him, with like every insult, every term against Saiyans possible, Bardock just yells and goes Super Saiyan and begins beating the dog shit out of him. But by the end of it, he just tore him in half. With this, when he returns, he says, the entire squad was wiped out before he even got to the planet. I was the only one that survived the crash landing. And because Bardock doesn't seem to be lying, his troop did die, and he's technically the only one who survived. He's referring to Saiyans. They don't think he's lying. They assume that their grandfather probably just ended up not surviving as well. In fact, the planet has heavier gravity than Planet Vegeta, so it probably got crushed when he wasn't used to it. Plus, his grandfather wasn't. Plus, even to Frieza's grandfather wasn't powerful. Even to King Cold, he was not powerful. He thinks like if him and Frieza were to fight the Saiyan race and going all out, they'd win. Their grandfather might even equal out the entire Saiyan race. So yeah, he's dead. And Bardock knew what power this was. It had to be the legendary Super Saiyan, in his opinion. Because another Broly exists. But Bardock would tell his new team about it once he gets close enough for them, being Tora, Chugesh, Fasha, all them. When he tells them this form, he doesn't tell them how he got it, he just says he got so pissed off he learned it. Now, they can't really get as pissed off as he can. This is his first team, his only team, and he's had them for a while. So, yeah, they're kind of like his new family, and he vows to protect them. At this point, Guinea's on the team, but not long after she leaves, so, yeah. But until the point of Bardock, well, first Gas, that's a major fight for Bardock. When Gas began pushing Bardock to his limit, Bardock was somehow grabbing Gas's punch. That's the most possible. In fact, Gas looks more beat up than Bardock is. Bardock is holding him back because he's going to kill anyone. But Bardock simply just threw Gas to the side and told Gas he'll give him one more chance to run away and not die. which makes Elect confused, saying, "Him? Die. You see how beat up you are? You dumb Saiyan. Do you really think you could beat him?" Bardcok looks at Elect before saying, "Last person called me dumb Saiyan I tore in half. Now it's Frieza's grandfather. Should you be next?" Immediately everyone there froze, because Frieza's grandfather went missing somehow. They don't know how, but he went missing. Immediately Elect says, like hell you know what happened to him." Bardcok says, "No, I'll show you what I did to him." Before Bardcok shoots him Super Saiyan, grabbing Gas by the neck, and slamming it under the ground over and over, until Gas's head was basically just, well, almost a skeleton. By pure luck, he survived. Bardcok dropped Gas and said, "Should I try to erase him?" And Elect says, No, get Gas over here." Siblings rush and grab Gas, not even going near Bardcok. And that's when Bardcok even pointed a key blast at a mysterious Frieza soldier and blew him into pieces before they could kill Granola and his mother, which is a big difference. He then told Minato, "You need to leave this planet immediately." Minato's like, "Oh, what? Why? I grew up here." Bardcok says simply says, "I don't give a damn. Go back to Namek. Safer there. Bring those two with you. I promise it's safer." Now, only reason that Bardcok in here I think would know about Namek, or actually he probably knows about it already. This thing in canon he didn't. This one, he's looked for planets to train alone, because if he used this one on planet Vegeta, he'd destroy it, or he'd be noticeably out there. Namek was an option until he found it was populated by actually strong warriors. In fact, Nail's the main reason he's not there right now. Base Nail so strong as, well, currently base Bardcok's about 20,000. Nail's about double that. So, yeah, he's not going there. Well, 20,000 right now. I mean, Super Saiyan Bardcok? Well, he's about 1 million. So, he's not as strong as second form Frieza, but he's up there. Like, Frieza and him probably have a fairly even fight if Frieza was in the second form. So yeah, at this point Bardcok's like early 30s. Now, Minato would do exactly that, wishing to bring, basically first wish, send Granola and his mother to Namek, because they're both pretty small, it actually works. Minato just says he wishes to bring himself and the Dragon Balls to Namek, and Dragon Balls basically just kind of wrap Minato in a glowing aura and fly to Namek. As soon as they land, they're met by Granddaughter Guru, who's like, "Who are you?" As Guru's actually kind of physically able to walk around by himself now. He sees Minato and actually is Namekian, and he talks about planting cereal. And with this, he's like, "No one else survived. Saiyans?" Immediately Minato would nod, saying, "Yes, but a Saiyan saved us. A Super Saiyan. But I'm pretty sure he's still weaker than Frieza, but he can probably contend him." They all hear that and says, "Let's hope he survives. Maybe he can defeat him one day. We only dream. But Namekian is welcome here at any time, as long as you bring us harmony and can help us. Even those two." With that, Granola is fitted with not Saiyan, but Namekian armor, and fitted. Wait, pause. Alright, I'm back. If you guys hear barking, my dog got in trouble, so she's in her cage for a bit. So yeah, she's just getting mad at us about that. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, time passes, and we go on to probably just Bardcok keep training with his group, and probably go on to their death at Dodoria's hands. Only difference here, they're all individually about 7 to 8-ish thousand. So, yeah, Dodoria facing 2 of them is even pushing it. 3 is overkill. Like, Tora's the strongest at 12,000, and that's rivaling King Vegeta, or nearly rivaling him. So, yeah. So Tora's king level. And then adding on 2 or more of the squad is just killing him immediately. So, yeah, Dodoria's stomped to death, but then they're trying to buy, honestly, just pure numbers. The only way out is literally destroying the planet, leaving only Tora left. And make sure to save Tora because he's the strongest one there. But yeah, planet's basically blown apart by, like, Shugashi, who puts his hand down, just does a Frieza way out, and yeah. Hold up. Oh yeah. So Tora shot off planet Vegeta. Shot off to planet Vegeta. When he arrives, everyone's going to question why he's the only one back. They even brought out the pod covered in blood and was actually coughing up blood too. Bardcok had already returned from his mission and ran over to grab Tora and understood what was going on. And one person occupied right now happens to be, what's in charge. Let's say it's like a distant relative of King Vegeta, who's not as arrogant. He listens, but he's still arrogant. But he's just not as smart. His non-intelligence is kind of why he's better listening. He'll believe anything. But with this, we said, like, actually, no, I don't like that. King Vegeta's still there. King Vegeta's still there. I have a plot for him later. Tora's pushed in, and immediately King Vegeta's like, Bardcok, why do you bring such weak trash before me? Because your one son is middle class doesn't mean a thing. This is where the biggest change is. Bardcok's rush of S cells and sheer power made Raditz be born with a power level of roughly about 400. So yeah, within a year, within the time it comes to like Z, he should already be about Nappa level minimum. So yeah, Bardcok's body is just very much different in terms of power level. Even Guinea is a bit different because Bardcok trains so often. Even she joins in a bit. Mainly just because Guinea is a good sparring partner, she joins in. Oh, well, hold up. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. Now King Vegeta would actually hear Tora, and Tora Scouter would actually will replay what happened. Now, King Vegeta would basically see the power level of Dodoria, also see how 3 of Bardcok's squad had crushed him. And King Vegeta doesn't know if it was him, probably if it was him and Tora, they would have killed Dodoria easily. Which is what King Vegeta on the idea that Tora's as strong as he is, and Bardcok's stronger because he leads the squad. But it does lead to a small scuffling match between him and Bardcok, and just honestly pure anger. And Bardcok's probably about as strong as about, I would say, Raccoon, about that. So yeah, so this actually allows Bardcok to basically just easily defeat King Vegeta. And Frieza walked in on this match happening, saying, I guess the king is dethroned. I'd like to speak with the has-been. Immediately, King Vegeta would actually freeze as he's dragged outside by a few of Frieza's guards, including Zarbon, who watched the entire thing, knowing how strong Bardcok is off that easily handling. He must be as strong as, well, him. Maybe even Dodoria at the minimum. So yeah. Now with this, we basically end up seeing Frieza, kill King Vegeta outside. Bardcok witnesses it. Frieza flies off into space with Zarbon by his side. And Zarbon points out how strong Bardcok would be. And immediately, as soon as Frieza high enough, a Death Beam would go right down Planet Vegeta, about to hit Bardcok. Bardcok easily dodged it by tilting his head, but he knew what had to be done. King Vegeta would be dead. Bardcok dodged Frieza's blow, or Death Beam. And Bardcok would basically assemble all the Saiyans, as he would have Tora have thrown in a healing chamber for a bit, as Bardcok himself would fly up to fight. Him being roughly about 42,000, or as strong as Raccoon. I don't know how strong Bardcok is right now versus how strong Frieza is. Because it looks like Final Form Frieza, but Frieza would have to suppress himself down to the bare minimum for his Final Form transformation to fight Bardcok. Everyone sees Super Saiyan Bardcok basically rise up, and everyone will basically see this on their shouters. So, yeah. In fact, when Tora emerged from the healing chamber, he would ironically actually assist Bardcok, with even Tora assisting going Super Saiyan, being about, probably with him being barely healed, but also a Zenkai, I'll put him at a solid, he was brutally beaten, also had a kind of a crash landing and the planet nearly exploding on him. For the sake of hype, 20,000. So, we'll put him at 1 million. So 3 million in tandem, which even pushes Frieza's ball back right at him, which makes him have to disperse it. So with this, more Saiyans rise up, attacking basically destroy the entire Frieza force. Many of them dying, Zarbon being heavily injured in the meantime. But basically leads to an all-out war between the Frieza force and the Saiyans, Bardcok and Tora leading it, and those two fighting Frieza until he goes about 25% of his power to kill them both in an instant, and then basically use a giant beam that erases the entirety of Planet Vegeta. Like erases it. So, yeah. And even Whis saw what happened. Beerus just laid down for just because he just fell asleep, and just some urgent power arrived at Whis, and they saw what happened in the distance. Immediately they're surprised, but they're like, 2 Super Saiyans, huh? Interesting. So yeah. Now we'll go to basically Whis finding the corpse of Bardcok, and basically want to review who Bardcok was, and for Tora, who not barely survived, but they're just in space floating as corpses. Their bodies withstood the erasure, but they still died. With this, they kind of understand who these two were and how the Super Saiyans created. So with this, immediately, they understand how Super Saiyans created, and they do see granola in them there, in the memories, and how that kind of seemingly fueled some of Bardcok's power. Now, they do arrive on Namek not long after, and Grand Elder already knew who they were immediately. And they basically wish to speak to Granola, who's training with Nail. They arrive, and his mother's not long after, and they're like, "Oh, what do you want if you're truly the god of destruction, Beerus?" Beerus says, because you two seem to function with a Super Saiyan, I'd like to let you know the man who saved you has died. That is all." As he turns away and flies off with Whis. Immediately, Granor Guru would try to sense Ki with Nail, and they realize that the entire planet's just gone. So, yeah. But before they go, though, Whis basically has like a wand over the entire planet, saying, "Sorry, but if we don't plan to destroy you, we do not wish for you to know our appearances." And they basically erase their memories. So yes, with this, Whis and Beerus vanish, and yeah. Now Goku. I already said that Goku, their Redis was already affected by Gine and Bardcok having a bit different power levels. Gine a bit, Bardcok major. Bardcok was about 40,000 before he died, in base. And then we have Gine, who's about probably 200 maximum, and that was her being angry. So, yeah. This would bring Goku, hold up. This would put Goku roughly when he's born at about, I'll say 50. So yeah, just Goku has a much weaker body than Raditz, who's naturally giant in frame. So, Raditz's giant frame was fueled by a lot more power, needing to go throughout his entire body. So Raditz honestly just lucked out. Goku didn't luck out, but he's still strong during the majority of his series. So, yeah. The majority of his early series. So, yeah. And when Goku met Grandpa Gohan, he does hit his head in the rock, but the only thing is, all it does is suppress his attitude, none of his memories. He's aware of his name being Kakarot, and he's aware of everything else. But due to his naivete, go on to say, your name is very weird for a human. I'll tell you that right now. Your name is the name of one or more foods. You're named after food. And Goku's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that is very much strange. Stop being mean to me now." And Gohan names him Goku, so he blends in. Now, Goku, is very much acknowledging his parents, and knows all about them. And he knows about the Saiyan race, too. Like the final words from Gine were like, "Goku, don't forget me and your dad, Bardcok." Bardcok is waving goodbye to his son in the distance. Goku's like half of his face, like only the side with a scar on it, and that's it. But yeah. Now, up until Goku is about roughly, we'll say, up until the time he would leave. Well, first, Gohan still dies. That happens. Hold up, actually. So using the amp that Goku gets from Gohan naturally, plus the fact he would train a lot more in his own time, because when he wants to basically just avenge his parents, his power level was about 100 by the time he leaves Gohan, or leaves House of Bulma. He's about 100, so he's decently strong. Even when he sees Roshi and spars with him the first time, Roshi can't keep up physically. It's all about skill to beat Goku. This is where he has to give the lesson to Goku, where there's always someone stronger. Goku received that lesson immediately, which will already mold Goku into who he is after this. So yeah. Also, Bulma plans to give the wish to Goku, just to wish back his parents. So, yeah. But after this, we gotta go on to Goku and Bulma's adventure happening. And everything happens a lot faster, or just slower, because Goku's there. Like, Oolong, that's just an accidental sneeze, and he blew away Oolong's entire thing. So, yeah. Then Yamcha. When the Yamcha hit Goku once, Yamcha broke his hand. Like, Goku was hungry, and he went to about 80 at the bare minimum. So, yeah. So, yeah, Goku just gonna basically just punch Yamcha into like a rock formation, and the rocks crumbled on Yamcha. He's not dead, but he's just definitely beaten up. So, yeah. So, yeah. Now with this, we go on to basically just probably Goku training with Roshi and Krillin. So yeah, but due to Goku basically being equal to Roshi physically, Goku gets a lot more like basically mental training. So yeah, like Roshi tells Krillin, Goku will not be doing physical training. It'll be educational and mental. His physical powers are keeping up with me, and that's me going all out. So yeah, this is where Roshi can display the power to just basically go gigantically buff, and Krillin wants to learn that to keep up with Goku. So Krillin's being taught how to be buff, and Goku's being taught a lot more things like that. A lot more things are more or less mental. So yeah, like he's basically forced to study. Like to make it fun, Roshi does how Goku can do a push up on a pencil to train his balance, and to together Ki while he does this. By the time that 1 year is up, Goku can learn how to levitate but not fly. So, yeah. This Goku's also a bit smart. Probably how smart as Yamcha is about that. Smart as Yamcha. It's a big difference from Uncle Goku, but still. He's just not as hopeful as Yamcha is. The fuck that he'd be in the tournament of power. Dumbass. New 17 against it and all. Roshi was a better option. So, yeah. But, yeah. The training being a bit lacking, I'll go and do some math. Yeah, even if Goku trained on his own time when he didn't have to train, he could grow to about 344 at the bare minimum, which is stronger than King Piccolo. It's almost as strong as Kami. The highest he'll go is about 800. So between the 300 and 800 range, which is still stronger than it needs to be for the story. But I'll meet you in the middle and go 405, equal to Kami. Equal to Kami is how strong Goku is right now. In the tournament, Goku already learning his lesson, plus his tail's actually gone. Yeah, he kicked the absolute shit out of the tournament. He shit stomped it. It wasn't even funny. Like, Krillin beat Bacterium, not even like the weakness of his nose. When the Bacterium sat on him, Krillin used buffness for the first time, just suplexed him out of the ring. Everyone's like, Krillin was basically a student master, but Roshi even using his strongest technique. Goku's physical prowess is all that they needed to prove he was as strong as Roshi is. Or, not as strong as Roshi, but a student of Roshi as well. Basically you have the power and the skill. So, yeah. But then the Red Ribbon Army. Well, Tao met Goku, and basically tried to punch him once. Goku punched Tao's fist, and basically just blew apart his arm. Like, Tao can't even hit Goku without hurting himself. It's disgusting. By the time the fight's over, Tao is just... Like, Goku has like a small little scrape, and Tao's on the ground with his body broken from hitting Goku. Then Goku says, why'd you want to kill me? Tao says, because you're interrupting my job. When Tao says what his job's supposed to be, Goku in a bit of anger kills him. Born and Oompa are alive, by the way. They're fine. Completely fine. They're unharmed. But yeah, he basically easily kills Tao because he's angry. But Kami can already tell how strong Goku is when he's enraged, going to about 800. With this, Kami brings Goku up to Korin to give him a bit of a test. Okay, good. He's stronger than he needs to be turned Korin. He beat Korin's training in no time. Now he's up to the lookout. We're trying to retain Mr. Popo the entire time. Popo. Not Korin, Popo the entire time. So, yeah. Now, it goes on until Goku would have to go down to, like, the next tournament. So, yeah. Hold up. There minimum, I'll give Goku and the kind of training he does here. He's about 900. Yeah. Long story short, another shit stomp. And he can sense ki, so Tambourine isn't touching Krillin. Even Tambourine wanted to. Krillin and Tambourine are not equal, but Krillin's a lot more durable, so, yeah. This leads to a small scuffle where Krillin does actually fatally wound Tambourine, and Tambourine doesn't die there, but he flies off to Piccolo, then dies. But he has a list of fighters. So, yeah. After this, all the children can Piccolo have to fight and everything. Not fight, but go to find and kill people. Goku still found Yajirobe, but he simply just flicked Drum through a mountain range, and that was the end of Drum right then and there. So, yeah. Plus, Goku's body's a bit bigger as well. And Kami kind of told Goku, you can have a physical disadvantage because of your height. So, when you get the Dragon Balls, we're going to fix that, because you need to be on eye terms with us right now. So, yeah. So with this, we go on to about, like, probably just Z fighters going off and fighting everyone else till it comes to King Piccolo. King Piccolo made the wish to basically, be young. Well, the moment he tried to destroy the Dragon Balls, Goku jumped in the way, taking the blast for the Dragon Balls, staring down at King Piccolo. I was going to mention one thing, because I realized there's a big plot hole. Not plot hole, but unmentioned thing. Goku doesn't wish his parents back. All he knows is that there's other Saiyans alive, because Shenron did the whole thing where it's like, your parents have been dead for 10 plus years. You can't wish them back. He's like, oh yeah, okay. What Saiyans are left? Name the remaining Saiyans. And so Goku, this one, Shenron's like, all right, Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, Broly, Paragus, Tarble. Those are the 6 Saiyans left. And because I want to do something later, Turles or Turles. So there's 7 Saiyans. 7 Saiyans left. So yeah. And because Raditz is Raditz, not Raditz, because Shenron wanted to like go tell Goku to basically confirm it. Raditz is his brother, his older brother. So yeah, just evil. So yeah, you just imagine evil Goku, and then you get Raditz. So that's all they had. That's all they had. All they had to do. So yeah. Now with this, once King Piccolo fights Goku, the fight basically ends with King Piccolo being completely, just utterly decimated by Goku. Like, skill-wise, King Piccolo's superior, but then again, Goku's no slouch in skill. He's learned different martial arts across from, like, just... tournament style was mastered quickly by Goku. Like, Gohan had to advance his training quickly. So Goku knows more than what he does in canon. Better skill. Like, he can use Drunken Fist for fun. So, yeah. But yeah, he beat King Piccolo. Then the egg was spat out, it was grabbed midair. Then, well, Goku encouraged Kami not to kill it, and Kami would trust Goku. But because someone knows all about raising aliens to some degree, or at least training aliens, here you go, Roshi. You get the egg. Krillin knows all about growing up with aliens, or at least training with aliens. So Piccolo, there you go. Krillin and Roshi are now like sent to supervise Piccolo. So yeah. Goku's now surrounded by tragedy. Well, there's time for a wish that, well, first, Kami simply unsummons Dragon Balls, saying, Goku, you've earned your wish, but we have a set wish for you just so you don't waste our time, and your training is more beneficial. Literally, just he takes a note out of Frieza's book and wishes to be taller by like 5 centimeters. So, yeah. At this point, Goku at the maximum is like 5 foot. So now he's 5'5". So, yeah. Now, because this did alter Goku's genetics to some degree, he's at the same size as Tien by the time the time is up. So, yeah, I forgot to do the math on that. By the time Goku emerges from training with Kami and Mr. Popo, he's about 2,500. So, yeah, and that did include him going in a time chamber. Due to him doing a lot more mental training and decent amount of physical training, he can withstand at least 1 day in there. So, yeah. If you want to go bare minimum, Raditz. Like, canonical Raditz level is the bare minimum for this Goku right now. So, yeah. In the tournament, he still shit stomps. At the maximum, Piccolo is about 800. At the maximum. And he's still being beaten by Goku in his base form. No, he only has a base form. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's still being beaten by Goku even if he holds back. So, yeah. More time passes. Time for more match. So now, after training, after like those years married to Chi-Chi, but also having sparring partners within Krillin, Tien, all them, Piccolo mainly, also the room spirit and time proving beneficial. Goku doesn't go in there constantly because it's recommended he doesn't. Goku as the strongest, brought to about 6,000. And then we have Piccolo behind him at 2,000, not 3,000, I'll say that, 3,000. Plus, he lives on the lookout with Kami, he lives there. And all the Z fighters are all themselves individually about 2,000. So, yeah. Like, Gohan is like, Goku knows mental training and does encourage Gohan to image train with him in their minds. It always ends in Goku's win, but Gohan is brought to about 150 by that. So, yeah. Even if he gets captured by, like, Raditz canonically if he's captured. Well, if he was captured by, like, canonical Raditz, he'd punch him away. Like, it wouldn't phase him, but Raditz like, oh, you can punch me, nice. This time the events play out about the same, just Goku's honestly caught off guard. And Krillin blocked Raditz like below to him, but he still flung to the house. So, yeah. Now, when Raditz finally confronts Goku, who's not suppressed, he does see that Goku's stronger than him by a decent amount. Not by a decent amount, but not by a lot. Strongest is Goku at 6,000, Raditz about 5,700. So, yeah. Nappa's about 4,000, Vegeta views Raditz how he views Nappa, and views Nappa how he viewed canonical Raditz. So, yeah. They're both disposable. They're both disposable, but you do bully one of them. So, yeah. But time passes with honestly, just more and more training. Not more training, but more and more fighting. Until it does end in Goku and Raditz having a one-on-one as he encourages Piccolo to just defend the surrounding area because they're fighting in a very crowded area full of some people. The fight happens, and it's once a double knockout, but due to Goku's superior strength, he did kill Raditz. Like, he punched Raditz so hard he killed him. So, yeah. So Raditz ends up dying from just blunt force trauma, and then Goku kind of is entered, is put in a coma. So, yeah. So Piccolo is able to arrive, carry Goku up to the lookout, and Kami had an idea. Not too sure about what he's doing, so he stabs Goku in the chest with his hand, and then twitches. He just said Goku's not dead, but now he's in limbo. Or his spirit's in limbo. Goku after King Yama, not a halo, but his body's there. And King Yama hears what Kami has to offer, and King Yama's like, alright, he's been good for the Earth, and he's strong. So, Snake Waves traveled by Goku. Now, King Cannon took him like an hour, at age of 12,000, it took him an hour. I think about probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe a day maximum. So, yeah. We'll go for King Ka, we'll give it in between about 9-ish hours. So he arrives, and by the time he's there, King Kai's like, oh yeah, alright, go ahead, we'll train. He gets a full year training this time. So, yeah. Hold up. Goku's brought to about 240,000 by King Kai. Plus, with that full time, his Kaioken can go up to times 40, and his Spirit Realm is mastered. So, yeah. So, yeah, in base form, he's stronger than Great Ape Vegeta. So, either way, well, one, Nappa shit stopped by literally. Chaozu will slap Nappa across the planet. It's not that hard to say. So, yeah. Literally, just Chaozu can go on and handle Nappa. Everyone else just gangs up on Vegeta as a group. And as a group, they can do that. They should have Kami for that entire year. Rumors for times it was on Piccolo and Tien for that time. So, those two came out probably about 13,000. So, yeah, just those two alone is enough for Vegeta. The entire group is overkill. The point where Nappa's like, where Vegeta's like, Nappa, use the last bit of ki in your body and use the false moon. And they do just that. So, yeah, so now we have Nappa basically killing himself by exhausting all this ki, making a false moon for Vegeta. Vegeta turned into a great ape. And, you know, like, as a group, they're all about like 13,000 repeated. So, about that. Not repeated, but they're about 7,000 to 7,000 to 13,000 repeated. The maximum, they're like great ape Nappa level. So, yeah. But as soon as they're about to die, no one's dead yet. At the most, Yamcha's a bit injured from having a Cyberman explode on him. 2 of them at that. But as soon as they're about to all die, Vegeta's leg is broken by a very swift impact. No one saw it, but it's broken. Then, back and forth, Vegeta's punched all around by an unseen force. Everyone knows what this is, but Vegeta won't imagine that it's Goku. He will never imagine that. Until he's lifted up by his hair, or by his fur, and Goku's right in front of his face. So, Kakarot. So Goku says, Kakarot. No one's called me that in a long time. Well, you're saying, I'll allow it. But, Raditz, who's annoying, and I guess you are too. As he then punches Vegeta in the face, full force, sending him flying across the planet. And probably into orbit, not across the planet. But then kicks Vegeta basically back down onto Earth, and continues to pummel him until he's unconscious, then tore off his tail at raw strength. Vegeta's not a hard fight for him. So, yeah. By the time the fight is done, though, we basically end up having, like, well, we can probably have, I don't know. Hold up. Alright. So this Vegeta is taken, and taken the beaten, then he still escapes. In the meantime, we would have Turles happen. Yeah, Turles. Even with the Tree of Might amp, Goku like how 10 times 3 is enough to take him, and that's overkill. So, yeah, Turles is honestly just a representation of how strong Goku is now, with him using the bare minimum to beat Turles. So, yeah. If you're screaming, it's my brother just having fun. So, yeah. Okay, where was I? Shoot. Oh yeah, Tree of Might. This honestly was just a show-off arc for Goku for his friends as well. Literally just him dogging Turles. Is all it was just him dogging Turles. At the point where he didn't even eat a fruit, he just dogged him that quickly. Okay, mind Goku's smart. Not smart, but he has a lot more common sense. So, yeah, that fruit is just here now, hanging with Kami. So, yeah. Now, on Namek. They have access to technology and multi-alien technology. They arrive on Namek. Well, first, we could probably kind of go on to, like, the Ginyu Force still. Yeah, here's the thing. Granola's not a guard for Guru. He isn't. You know what that means? The Ginyu Force, besides Ginyu's dead. Granola's probably about as strong as I would say Ginyu himself. Like, Granola's as strong as Ginyu. Nail is about as strong as, like, first form Frieza. So yeah, they've had decades of training together for no reason, just besides the fact that Granola wants to be strong like Bardcok. Granola's mom is a bit strong too, probably about as strong as maybe Goldo. So yeah, like she has nothing else to do there besides be a farmer, and then again, it's also some sort of training. Well, Granola farms with her. He likes fighting. She fights with him. All she can do is train and farm, and hunt, I guess. But yeah, they eat meat. But then again, Vikings don't really need to eat. They have an overabundance of food. So yeah. By the time they arrive, Ginyu Force is basically all but wiped out, and Granola and Ginyu are in a stalemate. Both equally injured, so there's no value in trading bodies. So yeah, so with this, we're gonna have like Vegeta stepping up as well, with like Gohan by his side. With this, Ginyu is killed. Like, yeah, Ginyu's dead. So yeah, so with this, Ginyu's killed, and then Sengoku arrives. He sends out 2 Senju beans to Vegeta and Vegeta and Gohan, and he asks who Granola is. Granola only sees Bardcok in Goku's face, but then again, it was confirmed by the mysterious man that Bardcok had died, and it's unknown how. But he knows this isn't Bardcok. There's no scar on his face. But he asks Goku if he knows who Bardcok is. Goku says no, and Granola describes Bardcok, and Goku's like, "Oh, that's my father." And Granola's like, "Oh, well, your father saved me. I don't like Saiyans that much. But this guy isn't a threat, and I can tell you're good. Plus, this kid right here, he's kind of nice." This is kind of lightly kicks Gohan in the back. So yeah. And we have Vegeta with the Zenkai that he got. It's not a big one because he wasn't killed or had his spine snapped or actually pretty badly beaten. He's actually kind of okay. At the minimum, he's probably brought up to like Jace level. So. Or at the maximum Jace level, the minimum stays the same. I mean, the minimum is like 1,000 increase. So, yeah. But now with this, Granola brings in the Guru immediately for potential increases. And he kind of holds up Vegeta, though, saying that, you're not really worthy of that. And because Granola has never had it done to him before, because he believes in basically just hard work only, he's encouraged to save the Namek, and, well, he's brought to about base Frieza level. So he's base Frieza level. Then we end up having Goku, who's currently, after gravity training, Goku currently is about 3.6 million after gravity training. Then, yeah, his Kaioken goes up to times 40. He can dog Frieza 1%. Like, after the Zenkai, say Super Saiyan's not needed, he deadass just dogs Frieza. If Frieza was canon Frieza. No. This man had 2 Super Saiyans who awaken on him and almost kill him. He is terrified of Saiyans right now. He is terrified. Yeah, Frieza had 2 Super Saiyans attack him. An entire species of Saiyans attack him. His army brought to half their numbers. And a few blasts scrape him. He is not a happy camper. He never was. Or at least he's less happy than he already is. Now, Frieza didn't train super hard, but enough to ensure Super Saiyan can't stand up to him ever again. Point where he had to use his final form. Final Frieza doesn't have a new form, but I'm telling you right now, Final Form Frieza is over 400 million. Show. Power. So, yeah. Now with this, we basically go on to Goku and everyone else going against the against the Frieza Force. And we probably just go on to everyone being there who was canonically there. So, yeah. But as they fight, the Dragon Balls are actually kept hidden pretty well, actually, by Dende. Granola's the one healing everyone there because he can stay in combat, but also evacuate anytime he needs to, and they'll cover him to heal them. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure the canonical reason why Zenkais also aren't using more is their bodies outgrew them. Granola gave Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan so many Zenkais to the point where their bodies no longer accept them. So, yeah. And that was about after the 5 million mark. So, yeah. So Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta are all both past 5 million now in base. And by the time that they all started to lose with Frieza's internal form going all out, even going apeshit on them, ironic, they're all kind of beaten with the dirt, even times where Goku is used and his muscles just are torn to pieces. Growing up with muscles, but there's no Zenkai. But with this, with the more lesson they were going to lose, Frieza will try to blow up the planet, knowing he'll survive. Not that he tried to, though. Well, something sparked in Gohan. Granola's his friend now. His friend will die. His dad will die. His family will die. Then Vegeta's like, I'll lose. I'll become no more weak than my father. I'll die on my knees like a dog like him. Then Goku's mind is, my friends are dying. Innocent people are dying. My dad's legacy dies with someone he saved. Goku, the fact that he'll never be as strong as someone like his dad, despite physically being more powerful, he'll never be as memorable strong. So yeah. With this, as soon as like they all have these thoughts, Goku shooting Super Saiyan, Gohan just pissed, and Vegeta would have Super Saiyan as well. They all fly towards Frieza in unison, with Gohan actually being able to punch a giant chunk out of Frieza's body. Vegeta would jump and basically just grab Frieza's blast with raw strength and throw it at a random empty planet, destroying it, and then Goku would chase a whale on Frieza. This trio basically beat Frieza into the dirt until they actually beat him to death. Like, he is dead for sure. He is punched into pieces. So, yeah, he's just dead. A lot of blunt force trauma. This Frieza's gone. So, with Frieza being dead, it's not that there's been 3 Super Saiyans. But, yeah. One thing happened, though. One major thing. 1 Super Saiyan shook Namek, 3 is destroying it. 100%. 3 is destroying it. Yeah, Namek is on timer right now, just not as short as 5 minutes. Right about 20-ish. So with this, they have time to actually get to ships. With this, they do find Planet Cereal. Because Reese is actually dead, Cereal's a good place for Namekians. So yeah, and by the way, Matt his Dragon Balls. Again, some of the Dragon Balls are actually like remade by Minato, who's a new guru, instead of Mori. Minato also is a bit stronger. He can grant 3 wishes too, but 1 wish, make him young. Dragon Balls, now 3 wishes. Or actually, no, 3 wishes is stronger wishes. 2nd wish. Well, 1, erase Namek so it doesn't hurt anyone in the nearby vicinity. Done. 3rd wish. Well, honestly, give them a new planet. That happens, and they use their new ships to go to that Namek. Granola being the one piloting it, but also like Bulma and a few of those Z fighters. Goku and Vegeta honestly just escape because no one's going to be putting their paws in their courage to escape. But 1, this is a Vegeta ship. He's not nice piloting such a big ship. So yeah. Then Bulma is using Goku's ship. So yeah. Now with this, Goku and Vegeta honestly sent someone random that happens to be Yardrat, and they both endure spiritual training here. Vegeta is not enlightened, but he's probably about how he is in the Buu saga in terms of a person. So yeah. And with this, Vegeta in the meantime doesn't learn how to fly the ship so they can get back to Earth. Until it comes to like that they learned all they wanted to. Vegeta heads to Earth. The fact he's heard about the Room of Spirit and Time, wants to use that instead to see how fast he'll grow. Goku just stays on Namek. With this, all the fighters are brought back, and just realize how strong they all are individually. They're all about 1 million in base. Krillin just buffs up. He's buff. Piccolo had fused with Nail, and he fused with Guru. For this reason Minaito's a new Guru. Guru's still actually in really good shape because of Minaito. But yeah. Piccolo's probably about 1 billion in base right now, so he's pretty stacked. Piccolo's the strongest Z fighter besides Goku and Vegeta, who are both now about 7 million in base. Well, Goku about 7 million, Vegeta about 9 due to the Room of Spirit and Time. So yeah. But Vegeta also discovered like the gears at Super Saiyan, not gears, like Super Saiyan. Like, he discovered buff Super Saiyan. That was all that wasn't needed, but he discovered it. So yeah. Now everyone's kind of on like edge about Vegeta, so Kami does have the tree of might, not tree of might, the fruit of might on edge for Piccolo or Goku. So yeah. But the thing is, the android or Cell himself does not get any of the amps from Frieza. At the most he gets Goku slightly better DNA, and he gets King Cold DNA. Cell's not as strong, so this arc is not worth going over at all. One, Yamcha's not fisted. He tanks it. He beats Duro. Yamcha intervenes. Duro escapes. Duro's still killed by androids. Androids still come. Androids still get beaten. Honestly, these androids are not strong. These Z fighters will stomp them. Like Krillin in 18, they have like as soon as 18 kiss Krillin's cheek. It was literally from her admiring how strong he is, he can equal her out at maximum power using Kaioken, which was taught to him. So yeah, there's no Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here. Gohan Super Saiyan 1, that's all he needed. So yeah, like in the time between Boo is where they learned Super Saiyan 2. At the most, Goku can Vegeta master Spirit Control and replace the Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta wanted to master it. Goku's his rival. Yeah. Gohan is also a bit more evident about training, but also doesn't want to leave Earth. So he learns magic instead from Baba and Piccolo. So yeah. Piccolo absorbed Kami over the time because Kami realized Piccolo is what's needed, and if Kami isn't Kami, he'll probably just die. So him and Piccolo fuse. So Piccolo is now Nail, Guru, Kami. Might be the wisest man in the universe, besides maybe Whis. So, yeah. Now we would probably go on to, like, just Goku and all them at the next tournament. 18 and 17 are both there. 17 actually ends up getting a good job with Bulma. But she does have, just for the sake of the animals, she has an overshore location at an island that she's supposed to guard, but also the animals for the sake of it. And he still doesn't meet his wife and daughter. So, yeah. Now, the tournament happens, everything's going well. This one is more or less 17. You know, that has one thing. So first, Blue is still there. The winner of the tournament is not Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan got a bribe. Give a bribe to 18. 18 is set. Yeah, she's good. Krillin in his younger years was basically the young Roshi. Krillin in the current Roshi, the new Roshi, he's about as much hype as Mr. Satan does already. The bribe just goes to 17. He wins. He gets more money. Half that money is given to his sister. He's good. So yeah. Boo arc is honestly not worth mentioning. All it's needed is giving Vegeta giving Vegeta time to charge up Force Spirit Vision with the Kais, who he teaches it to briefly. And with that three as a group, they separate it. So yeah. So with Kais that pulled out of Boo, the Kid Boo only, who's a lot weaker. Yeah, Super Saiyan 2 is all that's needed here. And it's disrespectful that's only needed here. So, yeah. Goku and Vegeta are not that far apart in terms of power levels. Vegeta's about 140 million in base. Goku's about 145 million in base. The fact that he had to amp up his training a bit just to keep up with Vegeta. So, more math, actually. Yeah, Goku and Vegeta are in Super Saiyan 2 are about equal to this current Kid Buu, who's much weaker. So, yeah, these two combined are honestly just them beating up someone for no reason. Like, these two combined would kill our canonical Kid Buu. There's no need for Vegeta. It's an option, but no need for it. So, yeah. And Piccolo almost pulled out their fruit of might. They didn't, though. So, yeah. Then more time passes to Beerus. This one, Goku and Vegeta did a bit, not plateau, but they're not as strong as they were before. In fact, all they did learn is techniques and didn't really grow physically. They use Master Instant Transmission, which they don't need to sense ki. They should need to know who's there. Like, if someone they know is like a certain location, they can go to that location. So, yeah. And sensing ki is just an option at this point. Because of how advanced this technique is, they get the option to learn Kai Kai and teleport anywhere they want in their known universe. So it just has to be some planet. All it has to be a planet. So, yeah, Goku and Vegeta, all they do is learn Kai Kai. Piccolo learns it, every single Z fighter who can use some form of spirit power has learned it. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Tien. Wait, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Tien. Those five learn it. All Krillin learns is actual Kaioken from basically just King Kai. When it comes to Beerus, Krillin can do Kaioken times like 80. So, yeah. Only fighters can use magic or spirit control to some degree now. So, yeah. Beerus is a lot more impressed with the Z fighters now, also. Like, their bodies, like, Goku and Vegeta have stronger bodies now to do Kai training. So they can all Saiyans can use Super Saiyan 3 pretty well. So, yeah. Beerus does end up basically still beating them, and because knows like a certain motion is a trigger for like Super Saiyan because of Bardcok. Well, one, he tries to basically destroy the planet, just like kill someone. It doesn't fly well because they're just Kai grabbing the person leaving. So yeah, that doesn't fly. But Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Bulma, Trunks. This one, when it comes down to like they need the fifth Saiyan, instead of it coming down to like Videl and stepping up, Goku immediately yells saying, "I know 3 Saiyans." Immediately everyone's like, "Wait, what 3? Well, there's 3 of us here, but 5 counting the boys." This Goku yells, "I forgot about them." Then Ethan is off saying, "Turbo, Bardcok." No, I'm saying Turbo. I'm saying Bardcok. Turbo. It says, "Oh yeah, Turbo, Paragus, Broly, those 3." Immediately like, "Wait, what 3?" He was like, "Turbo, that's my younger brother. Can you tell me that he was alive?" Luke says, "I don't know, honestly. That was decades ago. That was like when I was like 11." One Goku basically just decked across the face by like Vegeta, who says, "Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back." Goku, you find those 2 Saiyans. I am getting my brother. You suck. And immediately Vegeta comes back Vegeta Kai's out of there. Comes back 2 minutes later with Turbo. Immediately Vegeta's like, "Kakarot, I should kill you for what I just went through, but I'll leave you be. I pity the weaker ones." And then Goku's like, I'm not that much weaker. If I recall, I'm the only one who goes Super Saiyan 3. You just have it and you don't use it because you look ugly. Immediately Turbo's like, "Wait, Super Saiyan? What's going on here?" And some Paragus and Broly like, "Wait, what? King Vegeta!" Immediately Turbo's able to calm down Broly literally just by talking to him. Paragus is like, "Turbo, move, you're nice." So, yeah. But something happens, and Beerus is annoyed at the fumbling and bumbling. Hello Saiyans, basically, with a bigger Saiyan circle. No stronger Super Saiyan God. Goku volunteers because he can go Super Saiyan 3. So, yeah. Or he uses it more often. So, yeah. So with this, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, no Super Saiyan 3. Goku's even more aimless by more Saiyans. Broly is a kind of top to control his ki on a bit better scale. Yeah, Goku's honestly just grows bulkier and like sets something down. No, he just makes like brawlic. Like, he's about as big as Raditz is now because like his Super Saiyan God form. He has that legendary ki flowing through him. So yeah, as some Beerus fight, well, Beerus is just one thing. Instead of getting weaker, he's growing stronger by the minute. In fact, after about an hour of them just clashing, Goku tanks, but back to Super Saiyan 3, still growing stronger. Kind of the side effect of interacting with Broly. This is leading to him basically Beerus still defeating Goku, but Beerus actually having a little bit of beat, like Mark's son, he's beaten up a bit. But he was pretty happy with the results. So, yeah. Now with this, Goku and Beerus both mention what happened, and they think of it as a side effect from Broly. Now, Beerus says, "Well, I'll train you all to become Super Saiyan gods." As the thing Goku kind of sits up saying, "You don't have to do that." Circle again. As immediately, he got in the circle, and they made 3 Super Saiyan gods from the spot. Goku, Vegeta, well, there's 3 Super Saiyans now. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan. 3 Super Saiyan gods right then and there. Immediately, Beerus is like, "Lazy and annoying, but I'll tolerate it." So, yeah. Now, them all interacting with Goku as a Super Saiyan God, or interacting with Goku now as God Ki and can sense it. They all can sense it after the first ritual, or the second ritual to make a god. So, yeah. They all have God Ki, long story short. So, yeah, a lot of it at that. So, yeah. Now, time passes, and we go on to probably, Resurrection F. So, yeah. Now, here, honestly, Frieza didn't expect so many Saiyans. When he arrived, he's Golden Frieza, just mastered Golden Frieza. Yeah, so when he's like, I'm Golden Frieza, and I will show shit stomp you all. He's met by Piccolo first. Piccolo arrives, eats a fruit, and then proceeds to beat Frieza into the dirt until Frieza goes all out, and now it's an even fight. Which shows how strong this fruit of might is from it feeding off Earth and God Ki. This does lead to basically Orange Piccolo, though, because his body kind of unlocks potential naturally now. Yeah, Orange Piccolo versus Golden Frieza, that fight happens, and it basically ends in Piccolo's victory. Or double knockout. Then Frieza's killed while he's unconscious, by Vegeta. So yeah. But in that group, Tarbell is actually the weakest. By a long shot, though. Parakeet's kind of old. So, yeah. He's plateauing, but Tarbell is still the weakest. Parakeet wins like billions in base. Everyone else has Tarbells in their trillions or quadrillions in base. So, yeah. The Universe 6 saga, though, could happen. And, yeah. Hold up. Alright, so this is supposed to be the matchups for Universe 6 versus Universe 7. That still happens. Now, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Monaka, blank. No! So, Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan. Gohan's more avid in fighting, he's more open to it, plus Gohan's a lot smarter. First fight, Goku versus... first fight is Goku versus Otama. I forgot that screenshot, I think, or misplaced it. Yeah, but first, Goku is... we'll go here. Goku versus Otama, that happens. It goes to Goku versus Otama. That fight, literally Goku being smarter, the first punch he landed, he's like, oh, rubber, Ki Blast, and sends him flying out of bounds. So yeah, that fight ended probably about as quick as it started. Next fight, Piccolo versus Frost. Piccolo vs. Frost is a good fight. I'm going in order because there's enough people have an even fight. Plus, because there's even numbers, even fight, everything unless you lose. So, yeah. Piccolo vs. Frost happens. And, well, they've all had the satisfaction of killing Frieza. At least 3 of them did. Broly has no interest in it. So, Broly and Piccolo have no interest in killing Frieza. And 3 of them have the satisfaction of participating in killing him. One of them actually did it fully by themselves. He was unconscious, but still did it by themselves. Yeah. Piccolo vs. Frost is just a one-sided assault. Orange Piccolo versus final form Frost. So yeah. Automageddon versus Vegeta still happens, still the same, just harder hits. So yeah. Then we have like pretty sure said Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly. Gohan is fighting against Hit. So yeah. With this, as a Gohan and Hit fight, well, this fight is relatively, probably about, it's not the same as how Ken Goku, but Gohan uses magic and tricks, which he was encouraged to do by all of Baba's friends, or allies. But also she's resurrected the real Son Gohan, the original Son Gohan, to train Gohan some occasionally. So this fight happens, and Gohan does actually do really well against him. Point where he does beat Hit, but it most ends in a double knockout. So yeah. Then in Monaka's place, we have Monaka versus we have Broly versus Gohan. Broly versus Kaba. Broly's not more nice. New to having Super Saiyan itself. He's new to having Akari and Super Saiyan. So with this fight happens, and more or less, Broly does encourage Kaba to learn Super Saiyan and tells him what it feels like. Kaba ends up learning it off the feeling of it. Then, after Broly basically just beats out of Kaba, he gives Kaba some ki and says, "There's God ki in that. You may want to learn that." As they walk out of bounds, Universe 7 having wins all the way through. The wish is still made to give Universe 6 and Earth. But immediately before that happens, well, Goku yells, "Wait, no! Don't wish that wish!" And immediately Beerus like, "What? Why?" And Goku says, Stronger Dragon Balls that are probably able to cross universes are probably in Universe 6. Immediately, Immediately, Vegeta's like, Goku, your common sense is good, but when it comes in, it's annoying. And really, Goku says, sorry, forgetful. But, Namekians, Dragon Balls, try that. And this means Piccolo says, or I can just go there and fix it. I have that power, you know, I'm strong. So Goku says, Piccolo, you're not Kai. It's kind of illegal. Piccolo says, fair point. Dragon Balls, Namek, go. Immediately, Trump and Vados leave. Vados finds Namek for them. Dragon Balls are there. Long story short, they have Earth remade. Perfect before it destroyed itself. They kind of reset Earth to its perfect era. So yeah. Now back to the story. So yeah, Super Dragon Balls, they have a wish that's available. Alright. But yeah. So the Earth and Universe 6 is restored. They don't have a wish for the Dragon Balls, but because Zeno arrives, Zeno's offered to basically put them on hold until the next wish. Because Zeno paused them, Zamasu has really no chance to use them. So yeah. All he knew is travel to our future where he can use them. Where's Goku Black? Well, that's already very, very, very suspicious. We already have a hint that it's Zamasu now, so it's obvious it's Zamasu. Zamasu's then killed because, well, one, Broly's too nice and didn't even display beyond Super Saiyan. So, he didn't even display Super. He displayed Akari, and that's just primitive. Best display of power was literally Gohan. So yeah, Gohan is not the strongest. It's Broly. Gohan Black traumatizes Trunks. Because Gohan Black does arrive. Gohan goes all out and kills him. So yeah. But when he's sent back in time, Gohan analyzing the time ring. They're both sent back in time with the time ring. So yeah. But as soon as they're there, Zamasu's like, wait, what? Where's Gohan Black? Or where's Black? But if he finds Goku and Gohan instead, and they both beat him into a pulp until Goku has like an idea. He basically kaikais across basically time itself and arrives in the Grand Zeno's office. Grand Zeno's like asking who they are, but Grand Priest. Even Whis like, Saiyans and a half Saiyan. From your appearance and my knowledge, you must be from Universe 7. What are you doing here? Really doesn't explain what happened, because there's really no... He doesn't talk to them about Trunks. He talks to them about what happened with, like, Gohan Black and everything. And immediately, like, oh yes, we don't mind that. It's not your fault you're here, just try not to analyze time rings again. This Universe 7 is basically reset with the Super Dragon Balls, because they're available right now, they're on pause. So, yeah. Super Dragon Balls are used to restore Earth back to basically when it was perfect. The Z Fighters are all caught up with what happened. The humans are not. Besides, like, the ones who were avidly involved with Gohan Black. So, yeah. With this, when Trunks re-arrives, well, he's actually very happy. But, yeah. Now, we go back to, like, we can probably go to, like, we can probably just go now to, like, I don't know, Tournament Power. Yeah, that's probably a good place to go. Tournament Power. Literally, it would be, for 10 fighters, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, Piccolo, 17, 18, Krillin. So, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, Piccolo, 17, 18, Krillin. It's 18 right there. There's 18. There's not 18. There's 8 fighters right then and there. Then, well, Granola is really strong right now. In fact, well, Granola has an idea of what to do for power. When they hear it, they're shocked and they agree. I'm the strongest in the universe. That's granted. So no, Granola is not strongest in Universe 7. Boom, there's Granola. Final one, 10th member. Shit. With their 10th member be? Humans are available. Humans are all strong. Why not Gotenks? I said humans, that includes Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. They're half human. So, yeah, Gotenks. So, yeah. But also, actually, no. Gotenks may work, yeah. But Super Saiyan God Gotenks. So, or Super Saiyan Blue Gotenks, I don't care. But, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Gotenks. So, yeah, with everyone else there being rapidly evolved, like in Goku and Vegeta, Ultra Instinct Omen is a given for Goku. Then Vegeta honestly has like a purple aura that is has a purple aura. His hair turns dark purple, but not light purple. He's turning Ultra Ego, but not there yet. So yeah, because Turn Power happens. And Granola is honestly just shit stomping everyone, including Jiren. So yeah, like Granola and Jiren are not equal. Granola's stomping him. Yeah, but the time fight's over Granola had already beaten Jiren. So yeah. So yeah, but at the end of it, Granola just allows, like, by the time Jiren's beaten, he allows everyone else to just beat other universes. The one knockout is literally Krillin, and that's because Krillin wanted to give everyone a fair chance and just hopped out of bounds of his own accord. So, yeah. His Dragon Balls are revealed for another wish. Immediately Goku's like, oh, sure, the other universes, and that's granted. So, yeah. And whatever other wish they want, Piccolo or Minato can use their Dragon Balls to grant it. Piccolo's Dragon Balls are nearly as strong as Super Dragon Balls because they're wielded by a god. So, yeah. It's a very, harsh ability. But, yeah. Now with this, we probably go on to Granola Saga, which does not happen. Actually, no, not Granola. Broly Saga. Doesn't happen. Moro Saga. No shot. No shot. Well, one reason. Goku and Vegeta have mastered spirit control. They have forced apart Boo. Moro's not going to be any different. 2. Great Supreme Kai exists. Moro's going to be sealed away immediately, even if you guys don't want it to. 3. So many fucking magic and spirit control users. So many. Hell, Gohan alone has magic on par with Kai's. So yeah. Then we have characters like Tarble, Paragus, Broly, Goten, Goten, Trunks. They have an interest in those who save them, being Goku and Vegeta. Their interest lines up with spirit control. If anything, at the minimum, they have every technique down, not mastered. Moro isn't doing jack. At all. Plus he's fighting Ultra Ego Vegeta, Master Ultra Instinct Goku, Super Saiyan Broly, who's near mastering it, again Super Saiyan Blue, everyone else, Beast Gohan, Dragon King Piccolo. Yeah, no chance Moro surviving this arc, and no chance anyone severely hurt. At the most, Goku gets hit with a Ki Blast, making a signature scar on his chest now, but it's not a bad mark. Then Granola arc never happens. Frieza Black never happens. Frieza's dead. Even if they wanted to revive him, the 2 Dragon Balls are with Monaito. Piccolo, someone assemble him on Earth, they're with Piccolo. Too bad. So, yeah. Anything Paragus would just go out with Tarble and destroy the Frieza Force. That's all they have time to do. So, yeah. There's nothing saving the story aside from probably just Goten and Trunks having a slice of life story with minimal conflict. So, yeah. This story is over. What happened with Bardcok? What we're saying first, his S cells carried the story. And because they carried summary. S cells through sperm made 2 kids stronger. 1 kid didn't matter. One kid didn't lose all his memories. 1 kid trained harder because he wanted to be like his parents. Adios.